Hi everyone, this video is to help you with your cause and effect essay, which is the essay we're starting this week. So we're on our home page. I'm going to take you into the course content to our Unit 3 cause and effect analysis, and the theme is issues in business and economics, so keep that in mind. So we have our week 4 and our week 5, and then I've added this folder with some helpful sources, the tips and pitfalls document, an outline, a sample essay which has my markup on it so you can see the positive feedback and the suggestions for revision on that one. It's a good place for you to look to see what you're doing. It also has a works cited page and it is MLA format. And then another PowerPoint called Using ICE, which is how to integrate your sources into your essay using Introduce, Cite, Explain. So these should be helpful, and of course if you have any questions you can ask me. One of the most important things that you want to remember about this essay is that we're shifting from the narrative essays and the personal essays to academic writing. What that means is that for Essay 1 and Essay 2 you were relying on your personal experience to make a point. Now we're shifting entirely into academic writing, which means that you're not using your personal ideas, but you are presenting information to your academic audience. So you want to use an academic vocabulary, but more importantly, you want to use the third person in all of your writing. That means that you don't say I, we, us, or you. Those are too informal and for a different kind of audience. So while you might see that in some of the sources that we use, that's because of the audience. Our audience is academic. You use third person. If you have questions, ask me, okay? So here's our assignment sheet. These are the Essay 3 requirements. Always make sure that you go over those carefully. Remember, MLA is important. Using sources is important. You have to use at least one source and a works cited page. So those are 3 things that are different from the previous 2 essays that you've written. Here are the different options with the links to the sources. This is not an essay where you go out and have to do your own research. We have provided all of the sources that you need so that you can write this essay successfully. Please do not Google for your sources. Google is not an academic search engine, and as I've mentioned, this is an academic essay, and you should only be using academic sources, meaning the library databases. So just use the sources that we gave you and don't worry about doing any extra searches. You shouldn't need to if you read these. Okay, so tips. Obviously, read the assignment carefully. Make sure you understand the requirements. I would use that list of requirements as a checklist before submitting the essay. Read the chapter about cause and effect. That goes without saying. Outline. A lot of students don't like to outline. They think it's a waste of time. It's actually the reverse of that. If you outline, then you have done all of the heavy lifting and all of the really hard thinking before you attempt to draft. So rather than just kind of sitting down and trying to pound out an essay on your keyboard, you do the thinking, you do the organizing, you do the planning, and then you use your outline to write your essay. And then the drafting is just putting sentences together and making it flow. Each body paragraph should rely on a cause or effect. That means your topic sentence states a cause or an effect. You want to have transitions between your paragraphs and within your paragraphs. That means that you might say the first effect or the first cause, another effect. And within your body paragraph, using transitions helps separate major and minor details for the readers. I already mentioned using third person, not first or second person. Please proofread to make sure that your ideas are clear and that your audience is going to be able to follow your thinking and come to the same conclusions that you did. Also, proofread for grammar and mechanics. Your audience needs to be able to understand your sentences and understand what you're saying. Look for the errors you make most frequently. Work with me, work with tutors if you're struggling with grammar. Pitfalls, being off topic. Incorrectly paraphrasing or quoting. Basically that means that you change what the author really means and you change the idea in some way. So you want to make sure that you are accurately quoting. Quoting is simple, you just have to copy correctly. Paraphrasing means you don't change any of the ideas. Citations, I've included a document in the folder about ICE, and your textbook also talks about how to use citations. Make sure that you are paying attention to that. Don't let quotes or paraphrase speak for you. They should not be your thesis or your topic sentences. Quotes and paraphrases and your sources are really there to support your ideas, and your ideas are stated in the thesis and the topic sentences, so you shouldn't be quoting for those. Make sure that your assignment meets the requirements. They're listed at the top of this document. They're also listed in the Blackboard course content. Make sure that you meet all of the requirements, follow the guidelines, MLA, correct grammar and usage, and then take a look at the 101 rubric, which is in our syllabus. Please be sure to proofread for content and grammar. Do not submit unproofread essays. You won't be satisfied with the results. And then missing deadlines. It's really important that you meet the deadlines for the draft so that I can get you feedback with enough time for you to revise. So if you have any questions, get in touch. I hope you found this helpful, and I'll see you next time.